So won't you leave me where I lay? And we can't go back the way we came. You join me as I leave the frame, because we can't go back there. No, we won't go back there. Yeah, yeah. There's a price on my head. I've been running for 2 years. Clearly I should be dead. It's a wonder that I'm here. I hide up underneath the cloud. And when we're lying in bed, sometimes I choke on my own tears. I'm not worth my weight in lead, and you're the queen of the reindeer. I could just sit for hours to watch you twirling on your axis amid the tubas and the saxes. So won't you wake me where I lay? And we won't go back the way we came. But join me as I leave the frame, because we can't go back there. No, we won't go back there. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I'm an ass and I light things on fire. It's usually 'cause I'm hot, or I'm hungry, or I'm tired. But anytime I look into your eyes, well, I'm suddenly twice the size. Oh. I think you're full of, I think I'm full of shit. I was so full of, yeah, I was so full of. I think I'm full of, I think you're full of, I think we're full of shit. Put the guitar up a little bit. I think you're full of shit. I think I'm full of shit too. Don't see a problem with it. It's same with everyone I know. Everyone needs a blanket. And I've been watching you cheat. I've been watching you take showers. I've been watching you rain. I check in every half hour. I love it when you crank it. To watch you twirling on your axis amid the tubas and the saxes. So won't you leave me where I lay? And we can't go back the way we came. You join me as I leave the frame, because we can't go back there. No, we won't go back there.
All right, welcome everyone to So Very Wrong About Streaming. Michael Walker here with Jimbo and Megan today. Everyone say hello.
Hello.
And Chandler too, special guest star, the Potato. Today we're gonna play Daybreak for all of those that didn't get to go to PAX U and are stuck at home in this cold, rainy day, hanging out, playing some Daybreak. Let's get to it.
Potato.
All right, I know how to do this. I know what I'm doing. In case you forget, next week might be full of all sorts of technical difficulties. We're getting a new camera next week. Yay! We're going to start doing some fancy stuff, maybe a little bit zoomed in on some parts of the table so you can actually see what's going on. I haven't got my stuff set up yet. We'll do that in a minute. All right. So Daybreak is all about saving the planet from us. Yeah, the parasite that is the human being. And we're going to be doing that by cleaning up cities, countries of their bad pollution, and emitting zero carbon on a turn. Or sorry, -1 carbon on a turn.
Is it? I thought it was just zero.
I would look it up. I think it is -1. I think you have to be able to pull one back. So, where's my little chart here? Turn sequence. So we're going to have a bunch of crisis cards over here that will be attacked by the cat, I'm sure. Crisis cards are all sorts of things like just bad stuff that's going to happen to us. This is very much a cooperative sort of pandemic-y type game. And then we're going to get some global projects. And they're usually good things that will help us, but if they're just not free, we're going to have to dedicate some cards to that. And speaking of cards, we then go into the local, which means we're going to get 5 cards. And we're going to be manipulating those 5 cards in our play area. There are some cards that let us pass cards, but they are few and far between. And we sort of have 5 action slots on our board here. And we start with 5 actions that we can do, but we can just quite easily just cover up an action. And now that's the new action in that action slot. But it gets all of well, I shouldn't do that because you can't just grab a card from there. We'll just grab some cards from the middle here. So I can just say, I want this to be the action now, and that's going to benefit from these symbols. I can take another card from my hand and put it in behind because this card wants those symbols. So you can build up this action to be very awesome by giving it more tags and doing things. And you can cover up all the cards and make it all totally different actions, or you can just run them the way they are. Some cards have like a requirement, and the requirement has to be in that particular column for it to work. So like this one is each one once per light bulb, and it means light bulb in that column. And then an energy card will probably say it needs like 4 pylons, and it means 4 pylons in that column. And so we're going to have 5 cards during that turn in order to manipulate our tableau.
This card.
Well, hopefully 5.
So it's removed.
Yes, multiple cam setup. Just so. Might have to have a potato cam. Then what we're going to want to be doing is reducing, as you can see on their boards, but not my board. I'm going to have a bunch of emissions here. Mine's going to be actually filled up. I get all 17.
Ooh.
And I'm going to have some good energy and some bad energy. And then we add up.
Your energy slot goes off here.
It does. Not right off the start, but hopefully maybe I'll need a lot because I'm going to go up 3 a turn.
Ooh.
All right, so we check to see, actually go through this, check demand. So you have to have enough energy, good or bad, to cover your population. I don't have a house, Jimbo, if you can.
I don't know.
I'll do that later. No problem. I'll deal with that later. And then you add carbon, so you add up all your emissions plus your bad energy, and it goes all into carbon, and it goes into this giant thermometer here. And each square can take up to 5 carbon, and then you just start adding these bands, which are bad because all of the crisis cards will trigger off of how many bands you have on the board. And then we get to sequester carbon, which means we have a certain amount of trees on the planet and a certain amount of ocean water, and it gets to suck in the emissions. So we reduce our carbon by how much trees and water are here. There will be crisis cards that will reduce that. There'll be cards that we have that will increase that. Then we adjust the thermometer like I talked about. Then we resolve planetary effects, which means depending on how many bands are here, it's going to tell us how many times we're going to roll this dice. And this simply just moves these markers up all these tracks, and when they reach this symbol, it does what it says. Like in this case, it's going to reduce the water by 1 per person.
Means we hit
Stuff
a
like that.
tipping point.
Just so. Then we resolve the crisis cards. The crisis cards will be 1 face up, and then there will be a certain number, depending on how many bands we have here, face down. There are cards here, like this one right here, the early warning system will let us flip cards up so we'll know what's coming up. Because a lot of things will say, tuck cards underneath the crisis cards to reduce them. It's usually a lot to do with these 3 things here, which are simply like tokens that you put here that will help you with a crisis. They'll either make you discard them or reduce it by this much, and there are cards that will let you add more to them. Moving along, so we go through all the crisis cards, then we check for victory, and then like I said, that Jimbo just checked, it's -1.
No, it's 0.
It's exactly
If
0.
you have no carbon in recent emissions.
All right. If you have no carbon, if we go into what's called drawdown, which means during the carbon phase we had 0 carbon emissions, then we're in drawdown. If we made it through, we would have won. We advance the round marker. Everyone increases their population by what it says on their board. Like I said, in my case, it's 3 and 1 and 1.
Yep.
Must be nice. And then you start at the beginning. If you don't win by the end of the 6th round, you lose. If we go off the end of the carbon track here, we lose. If someone has to play society
Community in crisis
marker at the end here, we lose. Those are the ways we lose. 1 way to win. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. I am going to, while Jimbo goes through the phases, I'm going to set up my board.
All right. So the first thing we're doing is global. We add crisis cards. So the crisis cards we know is humanitarian aid, overwhelmed. After this card is triggered in the crisis stage, players may not tuck cards under other crisis cards. This is an ongoing effect. Do not discard this card until you've met the conditions below, which is putting 2 society tags under it. So you may tuck cards under crisis cards at any time, even if you don't know what they are, but not all crisis cards have an effect when tucked, so you might be wasting cards.
So glad we got that one first. That's a great one to have
Then
right
we
off
have
the start.
2 unknown crises. Then we choose between 2 global projects. Do you want to take that off? We may either fossil fuel reserves declared stranded. Whenever a player takes a local action that removes any number of dirty energy tokens, they can remove as many as they like. But to activate it, we have to have 3 energy tags tucked under the card. Or internal combustion engines phase out. You can increase your demand. Once per round, you may increase your energy demand by 1 to remove 1 transportation emission token from your board. The problem is, to activate it, one of us has to have no transportation emissions on their board.
I've
got 4.
I have 3.
I have 5.
Okay,
Like another
well,
good one to start with.
yeah,
So
probably.
maybe stranded fuel
And
emissions.
so between these 2, we have to pick 1, and the other one gets discarded.
Yeah, so we have chosen fossil fuel reserves declared stranded. It is currently inactive.
Which green symbol are we?
Energy. It's
Okay.
the electric cable. Right, now we are in the local phase, where we draw 5 local project cards, and we can all play cards and take actions in any order. Technically, you could just head down this whole thing, but that would be dumb.
It's something with like a strike through, like discard / get rid of.
So we all get 5 cards, but if we had any
Yeah,
crisis,
so discard a card,
we would have had
and then
less.
Discard 1.
Because once you get into this band here, it's minus a
per
card,
symbol.
and here's -2 cards, and there might be some crisis cards that will affect how many cards we draw as well. What are we in here? 8 bad energy, because, yeah, awesome.
Man, these are
5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bad energy.
Murder my population.
And 2 good energy. Well, that's great, isn't it,
Yikes.
everyone at home? Fantastic.
Efficiency regulation. I guess it's
Reduces
reducing
energy demand, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, there are 2 houses. All right.
Oh, but that was like. You don't have to put it there. That's the only one with the symbol that I wanted to talk about.
Oh, and I'll do that while the furnace is off and it doesn't turn on quickly. Furnace
I mean, I guess.
off.
Are there any because I can give 1 card from my hand to another player. Is there any symbols or anything anybody desperately needs?
I mean, I wouldn't mind a grid symbol, but.
A grid symbol. Oh yes, everyone. You always want grid symbols.
I've only, it is 10% of the deck apparently.
I
of
will
the tags.
use Clean Energy R&D to discard a card, and then draw 3 cards and keep 1, hopefully getting a grid symbol.
2 of them, because you're giving me the first grid symbol you get, because I want one too.
Sadly,
You got none?
I got none.
Potato, what are you doing? You Chandler.
And I believe if you can't provide energy, you roll a die for every energy you don't supply.
No, I think it's what Community and Crisis for every energy you cannot supply.
Oof. All right.
Man, everything wants grid, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I do have 1 grid, but like, oh, it seems really good.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate all this. All right, so playing this out over top, not over top, but slightly over top. Draw 8, keeping all solar and innovation.
I'm going to play petrol and diesel phase out over, and I'm going to put community solar behind it to get the 2 community tags I need, and then that will let me remove 1 transportation emissions per turn.
Not a single one. 8 cards. No solar, no innovation. But I was lucky, Megan. I got it to discard one of the 10% of the grids. This is not a
I
lovely
feel like
first
I
turn.
don't want to cover anything. They all seem like good cards.
Major solar program.
All right, I'm putting a purple underneath this card.
Oh, right, purple.
One of the 2 that we need.
Purple is fist. I
Yes.
could also do that. Do my fist that I don't desperately
And
need.
then I discard a card to generate 2 clean energy.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to.
Well, before anyone does anything else, let us see what
Anything yet.
this crisis is.
Forest fires. The player with the lowest ecological resilience. Do any of us have 0? Yes, Walker.
Well, no, I haven't put it out yet.
Removes 1 tree and adds 1 carbon to recent emissions per temperature band, reduced by ecological resilience.
We cannot do until I couldn't do it anyway, but I could do a fist to finish that one off.
Oh no, sorry. That just stops card tucking.
Oh,
This we can still reduce things by their.
card like tucking under our own.
No, under there will be other crisis cards that want cards tucked. That's just not one of them.
This wants us to have.
So you
tokens
just
in
have
here.
to have leaf. You don't need to tuck. You need to tuck.
Yes, this
Yeah.
you just need to have leaf.
Oh,
So if
okay.
if we each had 2, it might be good. Because I can increase mine by 1. You've played all your cards already.
Yes.
I haven't done anything yet.
Well, that's fine. Like if you guys can increase each of yours by 1, then that means it guarantees affect me. If we're lucky, we'll only have 1 temperature band, and
That's
my
really
1
good.
ecological resilience will be enough.
I can increase 1 player's.
Yeah. Alternatively, it doesn't really matter which of us it affects unless we can all get to 2, which
Yeah.
I couldn't do. Well, actually, now that we know what it is, Yeah, can you increase your own ecological resilience?
I can release any one player's ecological.
Okay.
Any one player's any shield.
So instead of producing 2 clean energy, I will actually have used Civilian Climate Core to give myself an ecological resilience. There we go.
I'll discard a card to
Is there
give
anything
myself.
track once per round stuff, or just
There
remember
is
it?
not, unfortunately. It's one of the few. They're little fan tokens you could use
We've
if
been,
you
yeah,
like,
I use these.
because the carbon capture cards are quite rare.
I will reduce my house.
I'm gonna keep you because you're gonna
And
be
just
awesome.
play or
I
not,
know
or
I'm gonna be
discard
able
all
to
my
use
cards,
that
basically,
later.
and then run all my actions.
Yeah, effectively.
So I'm keeping this.
And remember, you can do them in any action, in any order, right? So, like, you could put something under here, run
Unfortunately,
reforestation,
right
and
here
put something
it
over,
requires
and do
2
things
grid
well.
symbols, which are only 10% of the deck. You start with 1 usually, which I have 1.
I'm gonna tuck
But I didn't
that,
get
which
the
is
second
not gonna
one
be
yet.
Any good at the moment,
So we're gonna gamble on
but,
hopefully one day. One day.
It will let me in the future, so I will increase my green by
Right,
1.
ecological resilience. Alright, good stuff.
I've got 2 discard card ones. I could just discard 2 cards.
Remember, we need 1 more purple under here too, if we have
Yes,
one.
I can do that.
Oh, perfect. Done. Just
Right, so
discard,
that's just
right?
discarded, yeah. So we have resolved the overwhelmed humanitarian aid crisis. He was making for the
Once
box.
around, that's been no once around.
So I grabbed them.
You touched me, I flatten. It's a very cat thing, like
Yeah.
flat. Okay. Well, I'm gonna discard. I think I'll just run these 2, and I can't do that because I don't have 2 of those. So I'm gonna discard these 2 to run these 2 cards.
Alright.
So +1 per house is just +1. Can I have a green, please?
Green.
And then my other discard is discard 1 of these per. But because of the action, no, we didn't.
We don't have it,
That's
it's not
fine.
active yet.
That's fine. I'm not.
We'll get there. My hope is to draw a couple more of those so I
Yeah.
can start.
We don't want to decrease it too much. He's still.
Well, that's it.
okay.
Also, like I could take 1 more off and be net, but I.
Yeah.
All right, that is the end of the local.
Alright, so now it is the emissions phase. First thing we do is check demand. We have all met our energy demand. Then we add carbon to recent emissions. So you add up using the convenient numbers. So I'm adding 15 to recent emissions.
25, please.
Yeah, it's rough being a majority
I
world.
maybe shouldn't have discarded that card.
Hello, Anakin. How's it going?
So it's this plus that.
Yep.
So that is 16.
Alright, then we sequester carbon. So we have
15, 20, 25.
28
28.
carbon sequestered. So
Excuse.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, and then 2 more.
The 3 back.
This becomes, 3 back. So then we go 1, 2, 3,
And that fills that.
4, 5, like so.
Seems like there's a lot of these for. I guess for counting during the round, but.
Yeah. Alright, so then, so we've adjusted the thermometer. Now we resolve planetary effects. So the thermometer band resolves 1 roll of the die.
The sound is a little bit low.
Wrong die. Not sure if it's me, but I can barely make anything. Well, we've been kind of quiet. So there we go. We roll a winter symbol.
So it is thawing permafrost. It hits a tipping point, which means we add 6 carbon into the recent emissions, i.e. for next turn. Then we resolve crises. So we resolve 3 crisis cards. The card we are resolving is forest fires. So the player with the lowest ecological resilience, which would be any one of the 3 of us, removes 1 tree and adds 1 carbon to recent emissions per temperature band. But there is only 1 temperature band, and we all have 2.
I guess we didn't have to go.
Ecological resilience?
We could have mathed it out, I guess, right? We could have
It's true.
figured out how much carbon. You have to go around.
So we have successfully dealt with forest fires.
Last crisis.
Fossil fuel industrial sabotage. The player with the most dirty energy tokens loses 2 dirty energy tokens.
I am in so much trouble.
If they can't meet energy demand, they must add communities in crisis equal to the demand gap.
Like immediately?
You could scan it with your phone, but that seems to be... That would say what that seems to be what it's implying right now.
So I'm 2 short, so I get 2 crisis?
2, and how many did you start with? Remember, you're the majority world. You should have started with some.
I didn't see any. Oh, 3. Oh, good.
It's,
I'm already at -1 card.
yes, we were simultaneously playing Cat in the Box.
Awesome. So 2
I
more,
should've buried that apparently.
and I have 0 energy.
We should have buried that one.
Next turn will be fun. All right, next up.
So next up is check for victory. We have not won. We advance the round marker, and then everybody's energy demand goes up. Europe and the US each go up by 1. The majority world goes up by 3. Which means Walker's going to have a rough round.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Well, if you can get even 1...
How many cards are we supposed to have?
5.
5.
If you can get even 1 grid symbol, then
This was... No, yeah, it's my one from last turn.
you
I
get
don't know what I
everybody
did for.
Because you only had 4, so you get everybody 4.
No, I stopped at 4 for me and then gave... All right, Jibbo, tell me you got a grid symbol. You can pass me.
I don't have that card to give you cards anymore. And I didn't have a grid symbol to give you anyway.
I'm in so much trouble. All right, that's...
Okay, so
Oh, yeah,
we
what's
add
up?
crisis cards. The first crisis, though, that we can see, so this will be the visible one. Fossil fuel disinformation. After this card is triggered in the crisis stage, place all future crisis cards face down during the global, i.e. we won't get our 1 free forecast.
I'll figure that one.
And we can discard it by tucking 2
Purple again.
society symbols under it. And then we have 2 unknown crisis cards. Then global projects. First of all, tax haven regulations. Each player draws an additional local project card each round during the global stage. We need 3 pink symbols tucked, but that seems pretty
I
rad.
like that.
Or... This one
Solar
I
technology at scale. When a player takes a local action on a card with a solar tag that generates clean energy tokens, they add 2 more than indicated.
I mean, I have.
We have to have 3 in at least 1 player's player. I have 1.
I have none.
Well, I'm going to have 2 for
You
sure.
have 2.
I do have 2.
I'm going to have 2 for sure, and I'm about to draw 8 cards, keeping solar power cards.
I will leave it up to you two to decide because I have no stake.
Let's
in
go for the solar technology because
I
it
think
might
so.
it might help Bale Walker.
Might save me.
Yeah, I have no particular stake in the solar game. I have not seen any solar cards.
All right, well, I'm going to start off with this. Hopefully, there's going to be a solar/grid card in these 8 cards. Well, there's a solar card. And ideas, right? I don't know if I've ever seen an idea and a grid card together, but you know, there's a first for anything.
I need to discard at least 1 of my cards, but I can spend one of this to do that.
So if you play your solar card, that means that when you use your
I'll hold off. But I think I
whenever
probably
you
did
take a local action on a card with a solar tag, so you'll be able to add. So that means you'd be able to hit that twice this turn and get yourself out of the danger zone.
So I won't go for this one that needs to discard. I mean, bypasses the need to discard cards. Unfortunately, the timing was not right. It's going to have to go underneath. This one will go on the top. And then I can discard to generate 5 at a time.
Correct. So even just hitting it once will get you out of the danger zone for this round.
Correct.
Ooh, such limitation cards.
All right, before we do anything else, let me discard a card to flip up this crisis card.
All right.
You know, last turn, I didn't do the thing, so I'm doing it
What
now.
is this preventing?
Infrastructure.
You had to
And then
discard-
this turn-
you had to discard a card.
I did.
Okay.
And this turn, infrastructure. I didn't get the last part where I get a free.
Oh, I see.
I get a free
do.
thing when I do this.
Drought. The player with the lowest ecological resilience will add 1 community in crisis per temperature band. The upside is we all have at least 2 ecological resilience, so we're probably looking at 1 community in crisis. That would be bad for Walker. Very
Yeah.
bad for Walker.
Just
but
one? Nah. Then
Or the lowest as
Oh.
1 community crisis.
we're gonna reduce it by green. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I might be able to do something about that. Well, let's get moving on this. I'm not gonna do that, so I discard that and I generate 5 good energy. Biffed.
Wonk. And there you go.
Okay. Alright, I'll run in a second. I'm gonna discard one of these and tuck the other one, I guess.
Oh, interesting. So I can run it again, right? And get 5 more clean energy.
Correct.
Wango. Then I can discard.
Before you do
Oh,
that,
have we?
I am
was about
going
to say.
to sink 3 energy cards under there. Now, whenever you remove dirty energy, you can remove as much dirty energy as you want.
So now I discard this to get rid of 1 dirty energy, but I'll actually get rid of 5 dirty energy. And look at that. Wow.
Well done.
Reducing carbon by 5 is a good thing.
Yes. I'm going to discard this card to generate 2 plus
I'm
2
not getting
more
rid of
is
dirty
4.
energy this turn. Because I do not have enough cards to discard. So I tucked one under there.
Then I'm
I will
going to
discard one for
discard this
this.
card.
So I had this card in the last game that we just played. Right? This just lets you
Actually, if I'm
straight
if
up.
you're tucking a thing, it's just always tucked, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll tuck this one instead, just because it has more symbols as well.
Lets you just straight up
Just in case
discard
it
a
has useful
crisis
items
card.
later.
But unfortunately, as you can see here, you need 4 money.
Okay, run that.
I better use the right terminology here. You need
Hold on.
4
4
incentive.
incentives in that row for
Can I have
it to
2
trigger,
energy?
and that's never going to happen. So,
Actual diesel
Okay,
phase
next
out.
time I should maybe get rid of some dirty energy. Is that this turn specifically?
It's
or
forever.
Forever? Okay.
As long as these 3 cards, so unless something untucks these
Okay.
cards, we now have the
Right.
ability to do that whenever.
I create a tree.
heard.
Oh, sweet. Well done.
And then,
Actually, I'll just keep it for now.
who, I can do this to myself or to one of you, but, somebody can have 2, shields.
I have no social, so I'd really like 2 social, just because it pulls me out of potential danger.
You can mix types, but it's 1 player. So you could have a social and something else.
Yeah, I mean, I would, if nobody minds, just because my social resilience does not exist.
Okay. So you don't, it can be a social and something else, or it can be 2 social if you prefer.
Yeah, I'll grab 2 social.
All right, is everyone done manipulating their tableaus?
I'm trying to push that up to 5 so I can
Yeah, it's a good call.
run that every turn.
All right. So then, now it is emissions phase. So we check demand. I believe everybody meets their demand.
We do.
Yeah.
I do.
Then, add carbon to recent emissions.
$18 for me, please.
Okay. Then, we sink 25, 29. So, 15,
15,
29.
5, and then 4 more.
Did I just put
Yeah,
cubes in?
yeah, you did.
Okay.
You said 29 before you put the cubes in.
Ah, I see. All right. So, then we... So that's that. This is this.
Oh no.
And then thankfully we
Our
do
world
not
is getting
get-
very warm.
Yes. Thankfully we do not get 3 temperature bands this turn.
All right, there's
But
enough
aren't
carbon.
you glad I planted one tree?
Yes, thank God you planted that tree.
Alright, so we have increased the temperature. Now we resolve planetary effects. We roll the die 3 times.
Mountain symbol.
Mountain symbol. Loss of Arctic sea ice.
Oh,
We
good,
add
more
another
temperature.
6 temperature, which pushes us up.
Just put those up.
Uh,
I gave you the amount. Just push the singles up to.
Giving us another temperature band.
Good, just in time for the crisis. Good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we're going to roll the die a second time.
Do we establish how many times we're going to roll it? And then
Nope.
4. I mean, mountain again, so nothing
Yep. Second time.
then-
Sorry, third time.
is a
Ocean
fish.
acidification. And then the final time, because now we're at 4.
I disagree. A mountain again.
This
And more
again, so we
temperature.
add 6 more carbon.
6 more carbon.
Because of the loss of sea ice.
Did you check one?
No, I didn't have a cube.
It's really bad. So then, the first one, which is going to be so much worse than we thought it was going to be. Drought. The player with the lowest ecological resilience. We all have 2. So whoever gets the lowest has to eat this. Ooh, hopefully it's me. Mostly it's just that it's not Walker.
No. Roll off. Oh.
No, just roll between yourselves, Jimbo, not roll off the table.
Oh. 1.
I cursed it.
Okay, so Megan.
1, 2, 3, 4, minus 2, so 2.
You had 2 communities in crisis. Because of the droughts.
Hidden crisis number 1.
Democracy erosion. Each player loses 1 social resilience. If you did not have social resilience to lose, it would cause communities in crisis.
Didn't want that token anyway.
If this follow-up is blocked by social resilience, I'll cry. Energy Charter Treaty. The player with the most clean energy tags in their play area. Clean energy tags. Okay. Must discard 2 cards with those tags from their hands or play area. What is a... Oh, it's
It's the plug.
the plug.
I
So
got
I
2.
have 1, 2, 3, 4.
I also have 4.
Well, so we have to roll. I was going to
We
say I
have
should
to
take
roll.
it, but we do have to roll. 2. It's probably going to be me. Okay. So I am going to discard this card.
If we had tucked, but we didn't see
I
it,
don't really
so we
care
had no
because we were
idea.
sort of equal on this, but
And clean energy.
didn't you roll lower than me on that?
Yes, so give me those.
I mean, like it's fine. Like we're working together. Just
No, you're
So
right.
it's
Make
just that you
sure.
don't want them. I see how it is.
Europe is giving humanitarian aid. Europe does not need humanitarian
Okay,
aid.
so we have resolved the crisis cards. Now we check for victory. We definitely didn't win. Then we advance the round marker. It is now round 3.
How do we,
Then we increase your energy demand
get that off?
by the amounts.
I don't want to. 1, 2, 3.
And now we add crisis cards. So the one that we can see.
We got 4 crisis cards now.
Yes, you want to put it up there so
I
everybody
will put it up there now so everyone can see. We get air pollution.
Player with the most transportation emission tokens adds 1 community in crisis per temperature band. Ignore if nobody has transportation emissions. And it's reduced by 1 per infrastructure. I will have 2 by the time this crisis resolves.
I have 3.
Megan has 4.
I have
Okay.
4.
So if you can, try to up your infrastructure resilience
Yeah, I
this
can
turn.
do that.
And then we get 3 hidden crisis cards.
Yay.
It's okay because we're going to win this turn. This is it. This is the big turn.
Right, then we start a global project. We are either starting Global R&D Fund. Players may discard cards tucked under here to draw 3 local project cards. They add 1 of their choice to their hand and discard the rest.
But you can only tuck innovation cards.
Yes. Or this.
Protection from
International Disaster Response Fund. Once per round, one player may ignore the effects of one crisis card if their effects be reduced by social resilience. That seems good, given as we all just lost a whole pile of social resilience.
Yeah.
I vote for this one.
We just have to tuck one pink tag under it to make it active.
Check, increase, back at the top, add global, done. 5 cards.
Except
Hopefully
for
it's
poor-
actually
except for
5.
Poor Walker, who only gets 4.
Gets 4. It's not fair, but I have 1 left over from last turn,
no
so
pink tags.
technically I can pretend
Ooh, what is that tag?
like I had.
I got a pink tag. So guess what? The International Disaster Relief Fund is now active.
Ooh, I have the this is the rarest. No, it's not the rarest. Sorry, it's the second rarest tag.
I have one that I definitely would never use, Jimbo.
Okay.
It is move 1 crisis counter from another player boards to mine.
Yeah, that's fair. I can see why that.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Ooh, fascinating.
All right.
I have the card version of that.
Yeah, clean energy or
All right, like I said, still do nothing. We are going to look at some cards. I'm going to. Did we have to tuck?
Also the rarest.
Don't we have to tuck some purple ones somewhere or something? No.
No, that was the previous turn that we talked.
Man,
I will
great cards.
discard it
for
then,
tucking or for playing.
and get to look at this one.
What do we get? We have
Oil industry negligence.
The player with the most communities in crisis loses 2 infrastructure resilience.
I've got them. We're good.
You've got them, so that's good.
All right. Then I'm going to tuck another light bulb in behind
What is the
there.
solar thing that we have
So
right
when you generate clean energy with a
I'm
card
not
that
gonna
has a solar tag on it,
get
you
a
generate 2
tag
extra energy
for
tags.
doing that. Then I run my solar farm and get 5 energy.
You discard a card to get rid of all 4 dirty energy.
Then I draw 8 and keep all solar and innovation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And I'm going to discard another card
So is this the
and generate 4 clean
this is the card you were talking about before?
energy. Yes, the one that lets you temporarily remove.
That seems weird. I might just
1
Discard that.
card. Well, it's sort of all that I needed was 1 card, so I'll be happy with that.
I will use petrol and diesel phase out to remove a car emission.
really want to keep those ones.
I will play this, but I don't get to use it this turn.
But you need that. So I'm
Just gonna play 1 to run my solar farm again,
For me.
and then I'm gonna play 1 to get rid of my
Remember,
rest.
unless they say once per round, like you could just generate more. You could discard them to generate
Yeah,
more
that's true.
clean
I mean,
energy or something,
I
or
just-
get rid of more dirty,
Yeah.
or both.
All right.
Yeah, I think I might do the thing that gets rid of all my dirty energy because if I'm discarding most of these, then
Yeah, killing your emissions right now is good.
okay, I
It's
might,
good, yeah.
I might. Ooh,
What's the, sorry? What did you say? What's the that wasn't even a sentence. I have 17, and that's what our
so
country
you can,
does.
You can run a card, then cover it up and run the one on top. Excellent.
Correct.
These
Yeah.
are both once per round, and they do the same thing.
Huzzah!
So I'll play that one, and then I'll discard the rest of these, I guess. Okay, so that does that. No more pink. So I will probably do myself. Are
I'm going to lose 2. We know
yeah.
that.
yeah.
Whether that matters or not, I don't know.
I need more of those because I'm going to have the most cars.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do this on myself. How many do I need?
You need.
As many as you
for
want?
0, you would want 4.
I'm not going to 4.
You know, and plus we're gonna
can
get
I
more. So.
have-
As many as you want.
Can I have 2 of them, please?
Absolutely.
I can do 2.
Yeah, basically as many as you can generate is good.
Yep, 2 is what I can generate. And then I will discard a card.
I can't do that this round because I don't
Actually, I'll
have
discard a card to
this.
get rid of all of my
This.
bad energy.
Nice.
And then I will keep these because then I'm going to discard a card
Yeah, I did the same thing.
To
All bad energy
get
gone.
to good energy. And then I guess I'll just do that 2 more times and just have lots of energy to work with going forward.
Yep.
Can I have 3 more energy, please?
Because now you could, for example, think about covering up your energy generation with other cards.
Yeah.
If you draw a bit, this is all discarded.
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely cover this up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Actually,
And then
we're
I
gonna,
will
it would've
run
been 10.
that for a tree.
Do we all increase our
And then I'll cover
houses
it up,
this turn?
and then I'll run that for a tree.
I called it out.
Did we skip?
Yep,
Did I
I-
skip it? So if I start at
So if you see, you start at
10, question
you should have
mark?
increased it by 6, so you should be at 16.
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
I go up 1 round and I go down 1 round.
Nice.
So
Yeah, you've just been holding steady.
yeah.
That's
I'm
excellent.
increasing my energy, but
All right.
I mean, assume there's stuff that like other cards that increase your
Yeah. Oh yeah.
houses, but
Okay.
Our demand is good.
Oh yeah. So everybody check demand. Add carbon to recent emissions.
13 for me. 2, 3.
17, please. 17, 18, 19, 20.
17.
No, this is
That
Megan.
was me.
I know. I mean, like instead of doing 17, you go.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So then we sink 25, 31,
15.
another 15.
31.
All right. So we add 1 here, and then 1. Sorry, and then 5 there, and then 2 here. So we get 1 temperature band.
It's not terrible.
Nope, could have been a lot worse.
Been working on the trees.
Yeah, and
It's not enough to not.
I've been
so-
aggressively phasing out my my
Yeah, I
cars.
haven't seen any cards to get rid of any of these so far.
Okay, so now we resolve planetary effects. We roll the planetary die 5 times.
5 times. Here we go. First one.
Planets and crisis.
Fish.
Ocean acidification, we lose 3 ocean.
Ugh.
So 2 change, please. Yeah, that's super bad.
2,
Desertification, delicious.
3, 4.
What happens here, Walker?
A tree per player.
3 trees. There's 3
Oh.
trees right here.
And last,
Good thing I've been putting trees in.
5.
Nothing yet.
Change in major weather systems.
Oh, that's bad when it gets.
Yeah, it's real bad.
I guess it's better at
Ouch.
the end.
Very pandemic-y, right? When it goes bad, it goes very bad.
Yeah.
Get her done. All right. Next.
Next up is Resolve Crisis cards.
Crisis 1.
Air pollution. The player with the most transportation emissions tokens, which is, I believe, Megan
Yeah.
at 4.
I haven't seen anything to get rid of.
So
any of
you
them,
lose. Sorry, you add
Sorry.
5 communities in crisis minus your industrial resilience. You add
So
2
2.
communities in crisis. Then, oil industry negligence. The player with the most communities in crisis, which is still Walker, loses 2 infrastructure resilience.
Done. Next.
Heat waves. Every player adds 1 community in crisis per temperature band, reduced by social. So we let Megan ignore it entirely because we have infrastructure disaster response force, and Walker and I add. No, we let Walker ignore it completely, and Megan, you add 5 and I add 4.
Oof. So what does this mean?
You draw
Your
less cards.
Good.
Yeah, I would have went to -2. So yeah, that would be bad.
This is how we lost.
Man, I would like to have had a pink last time to improve this.
All right, and then the final.
Does that kill that card or just
Nope, it just means that once per round we've used
Gotcha,
it this
alright.
round. Loss of fertile land. Each player adds 1 community in crisis per temperature band, blocked by ecological resilience.
So 3 each.
Yeah.
Per.
Awesome. We all go into -2.
Sorry, 2 each. Yeah, 3 each. Never mind.
3
Sorry.
each?
Hooray!
3 for you.
So we're about to lose.
And 3 for you. And 3 for me.
Oh, I am the worst now. And you are second worst. Look, you're doing the best of us all.
Yeah, now you're the least community in crisis, Walker.
That changed quickly.
All right, then we
This is
check for
terrible.
victory. No, we most certainly did not win. Then we advance the round marker. We move to round 4. Then we increase your energy demand, Walker. Increase your energy demand.
I did. 1, 2, 3. I did last turn too. Everything was
Well,
good.
I will, I guess cover this up.
So we all get 3 cards. The exception is I get 4 because of my carbon tax dividend.
4, 3, 3.
All right.
Any of
We
these
add.
useful?
Sorry, we weren't even supposed to do this yet, so don't look at them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Add crisis cards. So the one we can see. Oh, this seems awful.
Oh,
Displacement. The player with the lowest social resilience moves 3 communities in crisis to the player to their left.
I mean, that's.
So
Give
Megan
me
would
bad.
pass 3 to Walker at this point.
I mean, that's
still
the
be
best.
good.
That's the best scenario because it's
And then 3 more
the person
face
with the
down.
fewest is getting them. And that one is just gonna happen.
Yeah. There's nothing we can, unless we get somebody that can discard, which are very rare. Okay. Then we are at local. It's time for local stuff.
No. It's time for 2 green cards.
Yes.
Pick one.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Global cards.
My cards are all terrible.
Help us out, global cards. Global Apollo program. Players may give cards with innovation or incentive tags from their hands to other players during the local stage. It would need 2 pink symbols to be active. Very useful early on. Questionably useful now. Loss and Damage Fund. Players may discard cards tucked under here to reduce the effects of a crisis card for everyone targeted. Reduce the effects by 1 for each card discarded. Yeah, let's take that one.
Yeah.
And we can just tuck cards under it.
Yeah. There's my 3 cards.
With all the cards we discovered.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna do a gamble. I'm gonna play geoengineering R&D. I'm gonna cover up my energy generation system. Okay, there. I draw 8 cards, and I keep all the ones that have these 2 tags.
6, 7, 8.
Here's hoping. I get to keep at least 1. At least 2. 3. 3's not bad.
All right, continue my petrol and diesel phase out.
Not that I need cards with these symbols. I just need cards to discard to do other things. And I only got 1
Yeah,
out of that.
yeah, I know I don't need cards with these symbols, but I have
Yeah.
3. I played 1, and now I have 3. 3 more.
And there's a good chance that this will be the last turn. So,
Because we're gonna die.
and actually, I just drew the exact same card. So I'll just do that. Do that thing one more time.
Play that same song again. Do, 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 do. Grid enhancing tech.
6, 7, 8.
Ooh, that
Discard
seems
2
good.
cards. 2.
These are identical. I have 2
Kill my
identical
industrial.
cards.
Got 3 out of that.
They're identical text, different pictures.
Yep.
I guess you just did a duplicate effect.
Yeah.
Well, let's just play both of those, and then we can ignore some dice results.
That sounds great. Because the
Those-
dice are kind of what's
those tags.
what's harshed us this time around.
It's gonna only affect they're the same. Only affect snow and mountain,
But that's one of the ones that's really hurt us.
Yeah.
It's the loss of Arctic sea ice.
okay. What else are we doing? There's nothing.
Any cards you don't want, remember you can ditch
Tuck
under
them
loss
there.
and damage fund.
Well, I'm never gonna. I could do that. So I could. And I tuck this thing. I could run this and then bury it, which seems dangerous, but it would let that happen.
That's really good.
So
Walker, are you revealing a crisis card?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you don't have the cards, you don't have the
Oh,
cards.
no, I don't.
Okay, well I'm gonna run it this one anyway.
Okay.
From these 3 that came up, like I did an 8, an 8, and a 5.
Nice.
Because I have a feeling this is going to be the last turn one way or the other, so.
Okay, we're gonna do that one for.
Uh,
I would bury that one, but there's no reason to at the moment. So,
Yeah, Walker's going to reveal one, so
Yeah,
we might want to bury that one.
well, I can't bury that one because it has to bury the. It has to have 4 pink tags. So
Oof.
I have to bury that. It would be the
Right.
trade-off. So I'm kind of like, ooh, do I want to do that?
Well, it might be the last turn either way, so you might want to run that and
I'm
then
going to run that.
and
Yeah.
then bury it and discard
Alright.
the crisis.
Discard, and we get to see this crisis card.
It is global crop failures. Each player adds 1 community in crisis per temperature band, reduced by social. If that happens, we will lose.
Okay, so I'll do this. So before I do this, I mean, I have no social,
You have
but
no,
but
so
we
you should-
we could use that on me.
Yes, that's true.
Like, or should I do it on somebody else?
I will buff
Oh,
your social.
I could
Or, I mean, you could conceivably buff something to the point, like if you can get something to 5, that means you get to ignore it. So
We can just tuck a ton of cards.
yeah, you can also just tuck a ton of cards to try to make us potentially survive.
I can't. But
Well,
Walker,
Walker's got a mitt full of
Yeah.
cards, so
Okay, I'm.
Can play both of these, that, and I don't need
I
any
could
cards.
max out infrastructure and then I'd have 5 of it.
mhm.
And then we could just ignore social and hopefully
So
don't
I
have
put
2 social
that
events that
out.
happen.
basically.
I increase this by 1, 2,
Okay, I'll do that.
and get rid of both of these.
And I will bury this very nice engine.
But so first you go up to 5 industrial. Is
Yeah.
that the-
Then, unfortunately, I'm going to have to play
Problem, but
2 of
hopefully
these
not.
cards because
Then I will discard
I
my
need at
last
least
card
2 money
to
symbols
discard
to do
this
this.
guy.
Right, Megan's discarded a crisis card because Megan's amazing.
I had to bury my very nice engine to do it, but we'll see. And I've done that.
And
This will
then
be during the rolling.
I
I've
tuck
done
4
that.
cards underneath there.
You're amazing.
Yes, good.
Okay, so we check demand. Everybody meets their demand. We add carbon to recent emissions.
Still 13. Has not changed since the beginning of the game.
Well, Megan,
Well,
you
it's-
should have worked on that.
Sorry, it has changed. It was 16 because I got rid of all my dirty energy.
'Cause
But I've seen 0 cards that let me
Mine
change
was
any of these.
25, and now I have it to 14.
I've seen, well, yeah, I mean, you got rid of all that, but that's good. I got rid of my 3 dirty emissions, but I have not seen any cards that let me affect these
Gotcha.
at all, so.
Yes, I got very lucky and have dropped my emissions to 6.
Yeah. Sorry, I did this turn, but I had to discard it to run that.
Yeah. Okay. So we have
10, 20,
20.
31.
No.
10, 20. Oh, sorry. 25,
26.
26.
So 5.
So 25
10.
for all of the big ones.
It's 25, 26. All right. So then 3 here and 4 here.
Hey, we don't have another
So we
band.
do not add any temperature bands this round.
Hooray.
Then, sequester carbon. Sorry, we did sequester carbon. Adjust the barometer. Done. Crisis. Resolve planetary effects. Walker. We get 6 rolls.
1,
First one. That one
We can ignore.
we can have because it's
Oh,
a
okay,
frigate.
sure.
1,
Well, it's per round, I guess.
Oh yeah, so I guess you
2.
can just ignore it. Yeah. That's 2.
'Cause it's only these 2 types that I can ignore.
3,
Ignored.
Ignore
4,
What happens there?
that stuff, presumably.
3
3 trees.
trees. Yeah, this is really hurting us. This constant losing of our ability to sink carbon.
4,
I'm gonna
Ignored.
say don't ignore that one just in case the last
Okay.
one is that.
Good call.
5,
Yeah, well, could have put.
3 more trees.
Alright.
Last roll.
6.
Ignored. That card really did work for us this turn. Okay, so now we resolve crisis cards. Walker.
Oh,
Displacement.
Filbert. How is Filbert doing? Hope you've been doing well. Need to catch back up on the pod. Got quite the backlog. Well,
What's a road trip podcast?
yeah, road trip time.
The player with the lowest social resilience. Mine's 1.
1.
Mine's 0.
0. Moves 3 communities in crisis to the player to their left.
Is that to me?
Yep.
Yep.
Why would you do this to me, Megan?
I had no way of effective changing it. The card did not give an option to.
Yeah. Notice it says cannot be reduced on it.
This could be a good one.
Capital Strike. The player with the most regulation tags in their play area must discard 2 cards with their tag, with those tags. I have 1.
I really don't want to, but it's gonna have to be me.
I have 0.
All right, so you have to discard 2.
I have a single pink tag.
Yeah,
hurts.
that
That
hurt a
hurts.
lot. Now, if you could choose to discard this to reopen that engine.
Well,
if you wanted.
it doesn't have a tag though.
Oh, no, never mind. Yeah.
Then we have 1 crisis card to get through to make it through this turn.
Wait, was that one reducible by?
If we tuck them.
If we tuck them.
Not by social. Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
Food insecurity. The player with the lowest social resilience adds 1 community in crisis per temperature band, which we ignore with
Because of
the
Yes, 'cause it's a
international
social,
response force.
which we haven't
Yeah.
ignored yet. All right.
Somehow we
We're
live.
alive.
we've got
Check
through-
for victory. We are not winning. Advance the round marker.
I-
Increase your energy demands. Increase your energy demand.
Well, my energy is doing great.
Crisis cards. The crisis card that we're going to be able to see.
bands.
Infrastructure meltdown. Each player adds 1 community in crisis per temperature band, reduced by infrastructure.
Huh?
Well, it's a good thing that we're probably going to tuck a whole lot more cards this turn.
We didn't have to reduce it. We didn't even have to use any of those.
Good.
Yep.
We'll save them for next time.
Exactly. We're going to
And
need
then
them.
2 of those in case we probably can get rid of this one.
Exactly,
now,
because we're pretty much done with it. This.
Could I have used those to ignore my getting rid of my pink cards?
Sadly not.
Why not?
Yeah.
Tuck down here to reduce the effects of a crisis card for every
Tuck
targeted.
2 of them and you get to keep your engine going.
Okay. Let's do that then,
Because
because that's a very good.
that lets her remove a crisis card entirely.
a
which
face up,
is-
a face up crisis.
A face-up crisis card. Players may give cards with dirty energy and or emissions icons on them from their hand to other players during the... So basically, if you've got stuff that
We
removes emissions...
probably
you can
want to
trigger
do that
around.
and try to feed some of those to Megan since she doesn't have any.
Same with you.
Well, I've got 2 now, although I don't need this one anymore.
Renewable Energy Innovation Partnership. If a player has 100% clean energy tokens on their board, they may give any number of them to 1 other player each.
I mean,
But, yeah, irrelevant for us. So, yeah.
well, I guess we could give it to Walker because Walker is short.
Yeah, I think that would be more useful.
I suggest we remove this.
Because I can go up.
I could give you a bit.
So
I
this,
can go up
this
5
will
immediately.
require 2 tucked incentive cards to become active.
I thought I did the cards.
No,
already
because
this
we're doing
turn.
it in the correct order this time. So, Megan gets 4 cards. I get 4 cards. You get 3 cards.
Must be nice. Should be 4 and 4. I get my measly
Is
3. I'm going to draw
Okay, look.
5.
It requires pink, which I cannot use, but I could just tuck these ones and use it.
Keeping leaf and innovation.
I will finish my
There's
petrol
leaf
diesel
and
roll.
innovation.
What is local stage?
We're in it.
We're in it right now. We are in the local stage. So that just means at the start of the local
So
stage.
it'd be next.
Yeah, it'd be next turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna not bother with that. What else is useful?
What do we have to tuck to get something working?
This
Money.
Oh yeah, we have to
I
tuck
have
money.
no
to get this
money.
working. I will
tuck
tuck
it in
a
here.
money.
I have
No.
money.
All right, it's working. So now you can give cards that will let you remove, which of course I didn't draw any of.
I drew.
Yeah.
Actually, that's all I drew, except for the one that I just tucked.
Nice. Yeah, but you actually need them,
Yeah,
so you should probably keep them.
yeah, and I need to discard at least one of them to get rid of this.
I tucked 3 cards under the loss and damage fund.
Yeah. Which one?
Generate power.
Okay, well, I'll get rid of this one because I can't discard cards. I already have to discard this one. Actually, are you revealing an unknown crisis at some point?
If you can't, you can't.
If you can't, you can't. I'm not going to do this until you decide whether you're going to do that.
Yes. Draw.
Right.
Flip the crisis. I'll put it up here.
It is.
Discarding cards.
Each player discards 1 card per temperature band from their hand and or play area, reduced by infrastructure.
So they're both reduced by infrastructure. Do we have a preference which we just get rid of?
The first one, because it's communities in crisis.
Take infrastructure for that.
Okay, I will discard that. This is gone.
Yay!
Oh, good. I don't have to worry about that now. Good stuff.
Okay, so that's that done. This is
So I'm gonna
back
cover that
down.
up.
That'll be during the phase.
Increase that by 1. Reduce a
I
card
could.
by 1.
tuck that. Improve
Then
the
I
green
got
engine.
this.
Probably just...
If I have 2 more money symbols, which I don't, so it triggers once.
The problem is
Cow.
one of these is discarded. This needs 2 pink, which it can't have. Unless I bury that, which I'm not going to. Oh, actually, no, I could bury that. I guess I could bury that. It's not going to matter by the end of the game, so maybe I'll just bury that.
Yeah, maybe just bury that.
Okay, so I'll discard that, tuck that, run that. And I've already done that this round, so.
Jimbo.
2 pink, and then I can get rid of a car.
Yay, cars.
1 less car.
Is there any number of cards that may be tucked here by anyone?
Yep. That's what I did. I tucked almost every card in my hand this turn.
Sure.
All right. Everybody's...
Oh, and
Oh, and a tree. Huzzah. Okay. Check demand. I think everybody meets their demands. Add carbon to recent emissions.
I see. So if everyone's targeted, 1 card will reduce it for everyone.
Yeah, by 1.
Okay.
How many emissions, Walker?
12.
5.
not bad.
12. All right, so we have
15, 16,
15.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Not quite.
I just keep getting hit by these tree.
Yeah.
This will be a new type of death. We haven't died from the die before.
And new band.
And I think we're about to die from the die this turn.
I think actually the die's been what's killing us this whole game.
Yeah. Well, we can ignore 3 of them.
All right.
6 times.
So,
3 of this.
oh no, so only roll it then, because I did the same thing that I always do. We rolled 6 times last time.
Yeah, we
only
did roll 6 times
only
last time.
roll it 5 times this time.
Yeah. He read off the one we were at. Yeah.
Just jump again.
Shut up.
You've been told you're not allowed.
Then you read it.
1,
Ignore it.
Ignored.
2, 3,
3 more trees.
4,
3 more trees.
and last but not least 5.
Ignore.
Ignore. Next.
Resolve crisis cards.
Crisis card 1. Try turning up the AC and leaving the windows open to cool things down. Agreed. I tried to tell the populace that, but you know
They weren't having
they
it.
paid all that money for their AC units. You know,
Every player discards 1 card per temperature band. There are currently 6 temperature bands from their hand or player, reduced by 1 per infrastructure tag. So I'll be discarding 4.
so we're at how many? 6?
1 card per temperature band from their hand, reduced by that. So I'll be doing 1. And it's 1 card.
So yeah, from your players.
Just any
somewhere from
card?
your player. Yeah, so like you could discard that.
Yep, I've not been using that for ages. It's a starting one. I'll put it over here.
Yeah, that's what I did with mine.
Done. Oi.
Toxic releases due to storms. The player with the lowest infrastructure resilience. Walker, you and I roll off. 4.
Walker.
Walker, you had 1 community crisis per temperature band,
And
reduced
that's-
by. So that would be 4. So we
4.
discard 4 cards.
Yeah.
3,
Yes.
2, 1, 0.
Great.
And let's hope this last one isn't going to. Uh-oh.
Man, it was an infrastructure turn. Like it hit infrastructure
Oh.
3 times so far.
Because that is at the bottom.
Every player adds 1 community in crisis per temperature band. So
Because-
Walker ignores
because
it
it's
because
this.
of that.
Oh, only one
Only
person.
1. So then Megan and I only have to add 3, and I only have to add 2. So you have to add 3, and I have to add 2. And those are discarded. Problem is the die keeps moving the goalpost.
Yeah. I've been trying to put trees out, but I've only been doing 1 around, and because every time I have green, I'm like, I desperately need to do other things with it.
Yep. All right, check for victory. We have not won. Advance the round marker. Wah,
Last turn.
wah, wah. Increase energy demand.
Is there a green stump on that die? Did we roll the wrong die? Because we have not got this track at all this turn, this game.
We haven't actually. I barely see that
I know.
side in any game.
It's weighted. We got a bum die.
Here we go. The solution. The padded dice tray.
All right, what are we at next?
All right, so
those were the
add-
crisis cards have to go.
Add crisis cards. The first one. Fossil fuel subsidies. Each player discards one card per temperature band from their hand and or play area, blocked by social resilience.
And 4 more.
Sorry.
4 more. There's not even enough spaces for them. Oh yeah, because we're up to 5 now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we have
we're
enough.
not going to win this game.
We can do it. We can still do it, guys.
Go team, just get this down
Can
to
do
0.
spirit.
Just get this down to 0 and
Yeah, exactly. It's all good. Okay.
It's not.
Then
It's not.
the global project.
it's going to be great.
Here we go.
Each player may give up to 2 of their communities in crisis to any one player that has 3 or more society tags in their play area.
No one can do that.
No one can do that.
So we'll just throw that one out, and we'll take. Oh no, we'd have to get rid of something.
Well, we can
if
get rid of
did.
this one.
Can we?
Uh,
No.
Well, because you can still generate 3. You don't need to generate 5.
Yeah, I do because I'm adding houses
It's
for
the
all.
last turn of the game.
Yes,
Like,
but to remove any tags, I'm increasing my demand.
okay.
Well, is this any good first?
Players may discard 1 card from their hand to remove 1 industry emission token from their board. Players may do this any number of times. Somebody has to have 0. I have 0.
All right, I gotta take it back. We're gonna have to put this one out.
How about here? This is the
Yeah.
one that just lets us pass things around.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That would be best.
And we made it happen and never used it.
it is active. So
Should've
you
saved
guys
that
may,
card to
any
discard.
number of times per round, discard a card to drop one of your industrial emissions.
Great.
It's
You know,
almost
the
worth just-
huge, the huge number of cards you're going to be
I could
getting.
discard my whole hand.
Yeah, I was about to say it's almost worth it at this point to
Yep.
ditch it all. All right, next.
Now we are in local projects. So I get 4, everyone else gets 3.
Did everyone increase their housing?
When Jibbo said so, yes.
Yes.
I did.
Okay. Do you
Right.
do-
I'm in turn. I started at 10. I should be at 3 a turn.
Yes, I think 30 is your max if you're. Except you've been adding. I don't know.
Well, we just added up. It's 6 rounds.
Except that you said you've been doing stuff with
So
those.
3. Oh, that's true. We have no idea where it should be. It's there now anyway.
3 for everyone, 4 for Jibbo.
That's exactly enough. Why? What's going on? What happened? What did I
Before
hear?
bell ring.
Oh. It's probably just a Amazon package of some kind. Exactly enough cards, but I'm sure people are going to be drawing, and so we just take a little break while we shuffle this giant deck of cards. This game is ripe for expansions. It's just add more cards. Jim, while you're talking, adding more countries would be doable, but you'd have to give them boards, so therefore...
Paranoid about people knocking on the door now.
I know, right? Sorry I hit your car again.
Yeah. The other side of this.
So yes, so you could do small expansions that would be just more cards. Bigger expansions, you could do more boards with different countries. Well, we could say at least we lasted all 6 turns without losing. You know, we
Yeah.
might not pull it in, but you know, at least we didn't die. We'll see if we survive. We will lose, but we'll see if we can at least survive.
Not a good gamble. Okay, I think I'll discard 2 for that and discard the 3rd for this. Because getting rid of a crisis is good. Let me know if you're flipping one up or not.
Well, is it better to flip one up, or is it better to get rid of an emission?
Your call. Well, what's this one? Do we want to get rid of this one? Because I can just get rid of
No,
this
we
one.
can just ignore that one, right? Because it's a social, or one
Yeah.
person can
I
ignore it.
am going to get rid of a face-up crisis card. If
Alright.
that's the only one, it will be that one.
All right, let's
I
start.
mean, there could be other socials, because we only can use that once. So if there's more than one social in here, then
All right, let's see how many cards I can get here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping plant and innovation.
well, I will start off by discarding 2 and getting rid of 2 of my emissions,
No plant or innovation.
and then I'll decide whether I'm discarding a 3rd later.
Then I will cover it with
That gets rid of a card.
this one. And I wish I had drawn that first because I just went through. I would have got. Oh no, it would have been just one.
And then that'll
8.
happen during the round. I get to add a tree. And I will hold off on discarding this last card until. Well, actually, I'm going to do it for a crisis. I'm just going to hold off until you decide if you're
Keeping
going to flip one up or not.
wind and innovation.
Trophy I'm going to which?
If he's going to flip up a crisis card.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. I have a bunch of cards now. That has been used.
Very nice.
That's crazy. If you get that early,
Yeah.
that could be really helpful.
Interesting. All right, I will discard this card to flip up the next crisis card.
Alright. Which of those 2 will we rid of?
Commitment disregarded. Discard 1 face-up global project card of your choice.
That's fine,
Yeah,
especially for the last turn.
Yeah, I think we're fine with that.
Alright, so should I get rid of the other one?
Yeah,
then?
get rid of the other one if you can. Death.
All right, well, I definitely have to run my energy production. So that's 5. These 2 here. And slot the 5 in there. All right, then I can run each of these. So +1 house, and that gets rid of a car and
A cow.
a cow.
Well done, Walker.
And
Well
then
done.
I'm going to discard 3 cards
To get rid of 3.
and get rid of 3 industry.
Well done. All right. Has everybody done their stuff?
Yep.
Okay. Check demand. Everybody meets demand.
Yep.
Add carbon to recent emissions.
How much you adding?
7.
Alright, so I'm doing 9, so that is 16 altogether.
Stupid deforestation killed us.
Yeah. I got working on the
10,
trees, but not fast enough.
15, 16.
So we're short by 1?
No.
Oh.
Short by
Oh, I see. Set yours and I. Okay, was not the whole thing. All right.
No.
Resolve planetary effects. We roll 6 times. Pass him the dice
Do
tray.
we want to do this or
Yeah,
keep
let's,
going just to see if we survive
yeah,
through it?
let's-
All right,
let's
all right.
play
all
it
right.
out for the viewers at home.
All right, 1. Fish. 2.
Oh my goodness.
3.
Oh, what the?
4.
That doesn't matter. It adds. Oh, we lose another 3 trees.
Good.
Oh, good thing that didn't come up. That thing's devastating. And we get more mission at the
Yeah,
top.
which won't matter.
3 more. 4.
We lose the last tree.
Yeah.
5.
We lose the last tree.
6.
Ocean acidification. There's no trees on Earth left.
No,
None.
either of these. Terrible.
We have no trees left. All right. First crisis card. This one.
Well, we just pick one of those and lose it.
Oh yeah, that's
You
right.
know what it does.
We picked this one.
Yeah, sure.
So we didn't die, but our grandkids. It's true. It's our grandkids' problem now. You're right.
Well, we might die.
True. Uh-oh, here we go.
Biodiversity loss. Each player adds 1 community in crisis per temperature band reduced
Well,
by ecological
we have
reserves.
lost.
We reduce it by 3.
3, 4, 5.
4, 5, 4, 5.
So I have to add 1. So I'm good.
6.
You and I each had 1. Okay.
And I add none.
Okay, we're technically still up. I need 1.
Sorry. Okay, we're still good. We're still
We're still
good.
We're still good. We survived the biodiversity loss.
Uh-oh.
All the trees are coming.
Lots of crisis symbols.
Displacement. The player's the lowest social resilience. That's Megan. Moves 3 communities in crisis to Walker.
Or you move it to me.
Or I
Because we're tied.
I have 1.
Oh, social. Sorry, yeah.
I ignore it.
You can't be...
It can't be reduced by. It has to be something that can be reduced by.
Yeah.
By that symbol.
Like anyone moving them to anyone else's.
No, this is ignore the effects of 1 crisis card. The effects can be reduced. Oh, if the effects can be
Yes.
reduced. It can't be reduced.
Well,
So unfortunately, displacement has killed us.
It was Megan's displacement.
That was the second displacement.
this one
card.
would have been fine. We just lose our engines. Whatever.
Boo!
Daybreak.
1 card.
Ugh,
Stupid dice. They've never hurt us this badly
that
before.
was painful.
But they just constantly move the goalposts. Like,
Yeah.
if we had lost so many trees,
Yeah, that
we
tree one
could
was getting hammered.
literally if we rolled that symbol 2 less times, we would have won on that turn.
Yeah. Like, I...
2 o'clock. Yeah, that's late enough. All right.
Okay. I was going to ask if you wanted to do little or...
Is it little?
It's... What's the estimate? 25 minutes. Give or take. I mean, it's...
Sure. I'm going to throw you guys on a screen. We will be back. We are going to play a game. We are going to play this game. It's called Ballarati.
Belratti.
Ballarati. We're going to
Not
play
no A, Belratti.
Ballarati. So give us a moment to clean this up, and we will be right
Sims.
back.
Put the guitar up a little bit. I think I'm full of shit. I think I'm full of shit too. Don't see a problem with it. It's same with everyone I know. Everyone needs a blanket. And I've been watching it cheat. I've been watching it take showers. I've been watching it rain. I check in every half hour. I love it when you crank it. To watch you twirling on your axis amid the tubers and the saxes. So won't you leave me where I lay? We can't go back the way we came. You join me as I leave the frame because we can't go back there. No, we won't go back there. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I'm an ass and I light things on fire. It's usually 'cause I'm hot or I'm hungry or I'm tired. But anytime I look into your eyes, well, I'm suddenly twice the size. Oh.
As promised and or
Threatened.
threatened, we are back.
Do you want to zoom in a bit?
Yeah, we'll zoom in a bit. Next week it'll be phone, maybe phone activated Zoom. I know, right? And zooming in will be actual 4K.
4K.
All the K.
So we should have 18.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It only really matters if you are the artist. If you are, cause we'll rotate roles.
Was it hidden roll?
Nope, it is
Oh.
rotating roles.
Rotate.
So, I mean, it doesn't really matter who wants to start off as the artist.
I'll be the artist.
All right.
Your art sucks.
You don't know anything about art.
That's AI art.
The curators are going to be curating an exhibit. Our exhibit is going to be based on the themes of this compass and this raven. We are going to ask our artist to provide some number of cards to this exhibit. The rat will be adding 4 cards, regardless of how many we ask for. We'll be adding 4 cards to the exhibit. We need to correctly assign the artist's cards to the correct exhibit theme.
Gotcha.
If we assign a rat card to the exhibit theme, that's a point for the rat. Game ends when the rat has 4, I think, or 6. If we assign one correctly into the correct exhibit, we get a point. If we assign one of Jumbo's into the wrong exhibit, no points for anyone.
Gotcha.
Curators can spend these, artists can spend these to get a Benny. So that is during the selection phase, you can point to a card and say, artist, does this belong to you? They can't say if it's in the right spot, but they can say whether it belongs to them if we're not sure if it's a rat card. This one we can spend to get rid of one of these and get a new one if we think these are too similar. Artists can use this to refresh their entire hand. Artists can spend this to
Discard and
increase
then
or,
draw back
increase
up.
or decrease the number of cards required of them. And this is artists can spend this to reduce the rat addition by 1. We get these back by getting a perfect round of the appropriate number. And that's basically it. So, fellow curator, are we happy with this exhibit? How many pieces of art would we like in this exhibit? Like, they're both dark colored.
Oh, you and I are discussing this?
Yes.
They are both dark.
But this
And
one's
ravens
this one's,
are-
I mean, this one's
raven-
an animal.
True. Ravens are shiny things, though. You know, it would be nice if it was something
they're-
else. But
They like shiny things, so they aren't shiny things. Sure.
5 cards, Jimbo.
Alright. You may choose to spend any of the artist ones if that would so help you. Like if 5 is way too many for you. You can change the number if you want the rat to have 1 fewer.
Will you draw back up to 18?
You always draw back up to 18.
Okay.
So I've never played this with 3 before. If you have more than 1 artist, which is in a 4+ player game, there's more than 1 artist, you have a hand of 9, and then if there's a lot of players, you might even have a hand of 6. So 18's a lot to go through. So we'll see how this goes for 3 players. Because the spread is, I think it probably makes more sense with an even split because then you're alternating roles, but the spread is always 1 more curator than artist if it's an uneven player count.
Gotcha.
Also, with multiple artists, the artists can communicate in ways such as,
That's 5.
I have 3 good ones, or I have 1 good one and a couple okay ones, but you can't say which exhibit they're for. You can't.
Gotcha. So what's your feeling of those 5 cards that you just put in there? All bad. 5 bad cards.
You're not an artist. I can't communicate with you.
She just said you could.
No,
You
if
mean
the artists are... You're a
Yeah.
curator,
I mean,
Walker.
we can overhear the table talk of.
I am an artiste. So I'm telling the ghost artist that I had 2 that were pretty good, and the rest I'm not confident in at all.
Oh, I
Could have
see.
changed the number.
It's true. I could. I didn't want to do it on the first. On the
I
first
mean-
round, maybe it seemed. I don't know. Before I got
we
used
can't
to
we
it.
can't get any we can't earn any back until they're spent.
It's true.
All right, I'm not feeling that one really.
Animal.
It's a metal
Oh, I'm
animal.
just throwing it out there as we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Let's put these over here. Circle, because it's a circle.
Nature thing.
Nothing
isn't it?
off. Animal again.
It's got a hinge lid. Circle. That's really a circle. I'm not feeling
No.
that one.
Oh, 2 hands, like compassy hands.
So there should be 4 that are out. Like, I could theoretically see that one maybe being there, but... And we're happy with these being out.
Yes, for sure. Oh, well, it does have a circle.
I mean,
Yeah. I think the
I,
rat.
I really like this one for that.
True.
This
I
one, this one
like
is
that
round
one,
and
but
colorless.
How do you know which of the 2 I intended them for?
You
Like-
are just honest about it.
Okay.
Which of the 2 are you?
like if we put this here and it was supposed to go there,
Ah,
Jimbo is just honest about it.
oh, gotcha.
It's one of my favorite rule book lines from Love Letter. Where it's like, you could theoretically cheat with these 2 cards. We recommend you don't play with people who cheat at fun light games.
Nice. That's excellent.
True, I could see that being there, but out of all of them, I see
Sure, I
it.
could take
I
it
see
out.
it as being out.
All right. So
And
what,
then-
what else are we taking out?
And then, like, it's between the. I really like that as like the.
Hinge. Yeah, I guess it got a swivel action.
But there is only 1 hand on a compass. It's not a clock.
Sure, but like
I'm just saying.
we're going with rough themes.
So
Like I
then-
take that one out because this one's at least black. Although nautical, it would be the offset.
True, it's also nautical.
I'm fine with either of those going out.
Of these 2?
Yeah, or maybe the unicorn, or the scissors. Like these, I think are quite strong.
Yes.
And sometimes the artist will, sometimes the rat will throw one in that's a really good fit, and it just
That's
sucks.
why this is what's happened.
Yeah, like I think one time we had like a dog was one of the theme cards, and the dog food was.
Oh no! Wasn't one of the
I
rat
want
cards.
to
Rat
do that
cards?
just for funsies. I'm going to just go to that because
Yeah.
it's black and black.
Okay, all right, artist. Are any of yours out?
Any of mine like out over there?
Yes.
Yes.
How many?
1.
All right, which one?
The acorn.
Ah, did it belong here?
Yes.
Which one was not yours of these ones?
This one.
See, Megan was right on all accounts.
All right, so we have 4 points.
But so the
Oh, sorry, I was saying in the wrong spot.
yeah, these 2 were in the wrong spot.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry. The circle thing just didn't occur to me. I was like, it's black, tires are
Well, they're
black.
both black, so I wasn't going by color on it, either one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get 2 points.
And the scissors, same thing. You're
It
black.
just
so...
felt the beak, the black.
I can see
Yeah,
the beak,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going off color because they were both black.
Yeah.
And
No,
then
I should have realized
for
they
the
were
rat.
both black. So
All right.
2 for us and 1 for the rat.
Yeah. Oof, rough start. And then we rotate rolls. You're double curator. And the themes, unless you choose to change one of them, are those.
Oh, I like them. They're sufficiently different.
I think so too.
Even more so this time.
I think we
They're
could.
different colors this time. And I think, we can pick the same thing again?
Pick whatever numbers you want.
Well, I like the differences in these cards. Like one's food and brightly colored, one's an animal and basically
I
colored.
don't
So
think you're allowed to say those things at the very beginning.
You can. I mean, they
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can talk about those things.
Okay.
I
We're
can't.
talking about
I
these.
cannot talk about those things.
5 or 6, do you think?
I think let's do a 5 again.
Okay.
And then Megan can look at her cards, and if she's super excited, but she can increase it to 6 even if she wants.
That's true.
Did I miss anything? What game are we playing? Anakin, we are playing, kind of the box again, it's called
Bellarati.
Bellarati.
Sorry, Bellarati.
Bellarati.
You want to?
Bellarati.
If you want to peruse the rulebook, it is in German.
Bellarati. It is sort of like So Clover in a little bit of ways.
It's a party game. Okay.
So in case you just came back, yeah, it's a little bit of Mysterium.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's got a Mysterium vibe.
everyone drew from the same deck. All the cards are from the same deck. So this came from just like random item decks. We decide on a number, and the artist has to pick a number of cards from their 18 card hand
Variable hand size depending on player count.
to that represent these. They could pick all. You could pick all 5 for one, right?
Yep. There's nothing.
And
saying
then
it has to be split.
and then the rat is going to add a certain number of cards based on player count. And then we shuffle them up and reveal them, and then we have to divide them into. Oh, she hates it so much she's reduced it to 4, and then we have to sort of fit them into those categories and hopefully get it right. Take a brief look through my cards while I'm waiting. Goodness. Oh, I got great cards. These are fabulous,
I mean, it
fabulous
really
cards.
depends on the.
Trust me, when the flop comes, they won't look anywhere close to as fabulous.
You are fabulous. All right, we might be playing Raising
Between
Robots
these,
next
what am I
week,
willing to play?
or we might be playing Sirius.
Series.
Series.
Ceres.
Largest asteroid known to mankind. It is a Artipia game, and Raising Robots is a game from a new publisher. It's a Kickstarter. So one or the other. I'll see what I feel like. 'Cause I don't think anything new is coming in.
Are you sure it's the end of your tsunami?
Well, just this particular week, nothing's coming in.
2 more. Okay.
Shuffle. I like this. It's good.
Yeah.
Easy to teach.
Yeah.
This is them.
This is them. I think I'd maybe like it better with at least 4 players, because then you can have the artist kind of back and forthing a bit.
For sure. Unless we got ratted.
Which we probably did, but you know.
What's that other game where you get really screwed over by the random draw?
Oh, I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about, but
I don't like that either. No. 100% there.
Fire Axe.
Fire Bucket?
And there have to be 4 out, right?
Yeah.
There's a random draw at this time. It's like one of these ratted us. Or even that ratted us.
I'd toss the bucket.
You think the bucket?
Or the teddy bear.
Why not the snake?
Sure, we could do the snake. I mean, the snake's at least an animal. The teddy bear's stuffed.
True, but we're talking about, you have
I'm
these
just saying
random
one's
cards
an
here.
animal and one's not. Like,
True. I just really like the bucket. Let's go with that. Your idea of the bear.
Are any of your cards out?
2 of them.
Unfortunate. Which 2?
The bear. The bucket is out. So the bucket is a rat point, and unfortunately, this is also a rat point.
Oh, we got
rat.
ratted.
Yeah, the rat.
The other one of mine was the the pole because dogs pee on poles.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah.
I had nothing for I had nothing for that one. They were all in there.
So these two were
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, they were all forward for there because I had nothing for that one.
So when the rat gets to how many points?
6.
Wait, they've got 3 already.
Yep. Not doing well.
Well, how many times? And we have to get to how many points?
15 to consider win. To have consider.
Oh, and we're almost halfway there. We're good. We're good.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It's great. We're gonna get like 7 points here. It's gonna be fabulous.
Yeah, it's going to be just...
Actually, I'm glad I said that now before I saw the cards. All right.
All right. Oof, these are similar.
Is there...
We could swap one of them out.
I think we should. Because I think they're way too similar.
Yeah, like they're similar shape, they're similar color, they're both made of wood.
Yeah,
They're both like activities. Do we like music?
I like music. I think that...
I think this could be a lot of sports stuff too, but I'm fine with it either one really. Oof. Should have gotten rid of the other one.
Smooth.
Do you want to do a lower number?
Yeah, probably.
These are real similar.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
I'd say 3 or 4.
Let's do 3.
yeah.
These are very similar.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a lot more on theme than it's gonna be on what they look
Yeah,
like.
we'll take it easy with a 3.
Right.
Yeah, see, they don't look so good now, do they?
Shut up. Nobody asked you.
Oh, my cards look great right now.
Nobody asked you.
There you can ditch your whole hand.
Yeah, but
If
you're
you
yeah.
want.
It's whole hand one is better, and again, if you have not a 18 card hand,
Yeah.
because it is a bit of a gamble. But if you have nothing, you're like, well, might as well get rid of it.
Yeah, I wanted to do it on the first turn, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because I did have some lineups. I just didn't do it well.
That last one is what?
You can reduce that by 1.
We're already at lowest.
Sure. I mean, the amount of cards. This is the amount of cards you require.
Oh.
This would just reduce,
the
the
rat.
rat's addition.
Can I keep these 2 cards down and then
No.
redo the...
No, you got it's each your whole hand. So this is the 2nd edition. So I do have English rules of the 1st edition, which is mostly the same, but not quite all the same. Like, the perfect round regaining them doesn't seem to be a thing in the original rules.
Gotcha.
Oh no, it is in here. Okay. Well, there's I don't know. It's mostly in here, but that is not.
See that, chat? His great hand didn't even have 3 cards in it.
But no, I did this is a strategic move.
Uh-huh.
See, because I know the rules, Jimbo.
Uh-huh.
I'm a gamer. Because we're going to get a perfect score on 3. We're just going to flip that up again anyway. So, yeah. So
Yeah. These pieces are not in the original printing.
All right, these are way better.
Just gotta do 3. Is this a thermometer? This is a thermometer. I guess it'd be like a barometer.
Yeah,
or
I was
something.
just saying, it was a good check.
These are worse.
You had like 2 selected.
I
out of
did.
3.
I did. But they weren't great.
Yeah, well, that's art for you. I mean, we could always spin this if we're not sure. I find we tend to use that most often when like the curators are arguing.
Right.
Someone's like, I want this in, I want this in. Like, oh, we're gonna ask about it.
It's a good call.
Pass me those 4, please. There's just no 2 ways about it. These are the cards. I want everything to be lined up the right way.
We're just going to have to get creative, apparently, in our interpretations. Let's see, the artist clearly wanted us to represent the...
All right, there you go.
I feel like if it's too obvious, it's the. That would have been a good one for the baseball bat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the baseball bat.
Cactus-
The cards I
cactus-
looked at. Oh my
cactus-
god, the baseball
Cactus
bat.
heat.
Yeah, cactus could be heat.
I'm not really seeing that.
Nunchucks.
Nunchucks for either. Bagpipes are.
I want to say this is the rat
Oh,
because
it's
too
If
obvious.
none of them were good,
yeah,
that's also music.
yeah, rat.
Christmas tree is cold.
Question mark.
Also
and
Christmas.
Santa hat.
Very Christmas themed.
That means one of these. At least one of these is. Oof.
I mean, I really don't. I think that has no business being in there,
I think
even
you're
if your
right.
hand is. Gosh.
Does
I mean,
this
you
like?
play a game.
Yeah, like is that like? Yeah, you play it.
Yeah.
It's all bad. It's all bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Walker. How'd we do?
2 of my 3 cards are there.
That's good.
That's something.
That's good. Are they in the right spot?
They are in the right spot.
All right. Which is the odd one out?
This is not supposed to be there.
All right. What was supposed to be there?
So you made this leap of faith, and I just thought you'd just bring it along with it.
That's
Christmas
That's
time.
fair. That's fair. I think that's 2 points for us.
To be honest, you were. It helped that you were so defeatist because
Yeah.
otherwise I'd be like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
music, yeah.
Yeah.
But then as soon as I saw it, I'm like, "No, there's no way. That's clearly
Yeah.
rat."
Yeah.
Clearly.
Man, they tried to rat us really hard on that one. Like, how about the music card?
Yeah.
Do I refill to 18?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
You're shy. This.
Artist. First card for us, Megan. We have a bowling ball.
Also a fireplace. This seems different.
Yeah, different enough. They're both red, unfortunately, but that's okay.
That one's not just red. Like, this one is much more red than that one is.
Oh, they could have a different picture on the back.
It's just,
Boo. We're doing 3 again? Or was that
no,
just
that
out
was
there
just
from last time?
there. I think we could do more than 3. I think we could do. I mean, let's do one of the ones that lets us replace something if we get a perfect.
Yeah, let's give him 5,
5?
like last time. The look on his face gave me that he has like 4 cards already down for this. 5, Jimbo.
Bastards.
You got it. It's all you, man.
Reduce the rapid one if you want.
It's all you. Oh wait, keep that Mountain Dew vibe going. Oh yeah, really? Yeah, that's good ad there, Mountain Dew guy. Permaband.
Is that not an in joke in the Silver Rainbow Games community? The Mountain Dew vibe.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's a good in joke. You got us that time.
Oh man, yeah,
He's
that
got Mountain Dew again today, Mark. Okay, in this type of game, and you don't have symmetrical cards, unforgivable.
are the backs.
Back should be all the same.
Well,
Reversible.
true, but the fronts are definitely have a bottom, so if you
As
want,
meant, like as you're flipping them up, you can see like X number are one way and
yes,
X
I mean,
number
I'm
are
saying
another.
but if the fact that the backs are not even, it means you can orient them all together from the backs, and then
I suppose, yeah, if the fronts have a
because the fronts all have a bottom with
yeah,
numbers.
I guess. All right, I'll allow it.
Okay, we have got a magnifying glass.
Started a fire with a magnifying glass.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not loving it, but I agree that's where it would go. Okay.
Okay, you go on a date and you go bowling.
I don't love that one as much. I like that because you cook, like it's a food thing and you cook over fire, especially that kind of fire.
Okay, I'm gonna put on this side of it.
This is red.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's good.
Got a birthday cake. It
Birthday
has
party, go bowling.
It has fire on it.
Oh yeah, okay.
That has fire adjacent.
Yeah, fire adjacent.
This is red.
Also, yeah.
You're not starting a fire with this.
Well, it's the same premise as maybe.
We gotta have 4 out, and that's fire.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. I'd be inclined to take the flowers out
What? You don't take your date to the bowling alley?
with the bouquet.
I.
Yeah, I'm fine with taking that one out. Like we were just assigning them.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. You're right.
I mean, like everything.
I
mean, they're all like fire. I mean, it's possible that the rat has thrown something fire related in there, but like they all three of those in line with the fire are fire related. I think we should do that just to remember which is the actual clue.
True. Which is the worst out of the bunch? I would say one of those two.
We know which two?
These are the bad ones.
I don't know. Like magnifying glass seems like a stretch.
All right. One of those three.
Do we want to spend this to ask about one of these?
Oh, we might as well.
All right, the magnifying glass, because we're kind of debating about that one.
Sure.
Does the magnifying glass belong to you?
No.
Right, it's gone.
Well, then it's gone.
Okay. I think we're set.
Yes.
This is your final answer?
Yes.
Okay. You have 3 correct from me, 1 from the rat, and 1 incorrect from me. I didn't think about the color. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
I was.
You go camping with fire.
Okay.
Swiss Army knife. Take camping.
Oh, that should have been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And what?
What was the other one?
Yes, you cook with this.
You cook with a colander.
It's.
What do you want from me? You have seen what I have to work with.
I did refresh. Okay.
Sufficiently different. We have animal and structure, brown, and we have pink and animal. On this side, I think we should punish Megan with a 5 this turn because we need to get some score going.
If we make one mistake.
Well, if you put a thing in the wrong pile.
That's right.
we
Sorry.
Lose. If the rat gets one through, we lose.
Yeah.
Or we
Sure.
we're
We'll
done.
do 5.
Okay. Let's have a look. I'm just going to borrow these for a second.
Let's see, what could I have done?
Maybe. Ooh, yes, definitely that. Maybe.
One day I think you have a bunch of Dixit copies, don't you, Megan?
I have one copy of the game, but I have a bunch of the expansions.
That's what I meant, yeah. We should like do a bunch of these cards, but not play Dixit, but just use the Dixit decks for all these different games and see how well they do.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so I need 5. So, of my maybes, that's definite. That's definite. Oh,
Oh yeah, rat cards off the top?
Yeah.
How many?
4. I guess I could change it, but actually, on the off chance that we lose, let's do 3.
All right.
Solid call.
Like that. It's the rats. Okay, 3. I need 2 more between this hand. I don't think that one's very good. Probably that, and then go there. Okay. You gotta take 3 out this time.
We can do it, Walker. We're winners.
Structure.
Yes.
Animal. Sea animal.
Sea animal.
I see it as well. Do you see it?
Keep drawing the cards. Funny, man.
Wood.
Yes, that would be my thought as well. Wood.
Rat card.
Furniture and structure.
Rat card.
Yeah. If that's a rat card, I'm gonna cry. Yeah. And pig is an animal, so we have to take one out.
Bench is not looking good. Pig is not looking good. Oh, pink though. Pink and animal. That just is all just good there.
So bench then.
So couch or bench.
I would
And
say of the two.
I'd say bench.
Unfortunately, the rat picked a very good card. It was not the house. That was not that good, but it was it was this one.
Ah!
So how many? So everything else was right. So we got
Nice,
4.
got 4 points.
So what is our score?
So which ones out of the was the bench
Yeah.
supposed to go there?
Yeah.
Ah! Damn you, rat!
And I cannot read our victory blurb because
Yes, you can.
ist das Kunst oder kann das weg?
Oh, it's very good, but you can do better.
Okay.
And you're all very handsome and beautiful. It said
Like
at the end there. That was that
15 to
last
19
part.
is you won the game.
Right.
And then, but you can do better than you won the game. Like it's just that's what's considered a base level win is 15.
And that was Barati. Das Kunst oder Van Kunweg.
Curse you, Belratty.
All right.
You beautiful rat, you.
Let's see if anyone's actually streaming on
Do like the
PAX weekend day.
player art better. These would be.
Were the backs of the cards the same in the first version? Like, could you combine them together?
I don't know. I did not have the original edition.
Oh.
I just have a printout of the English rules.
Oh, I thought you
because-
said you had the first. Oh, you had the first edition rule book. Oh, I
Yes.
thought you said you had like the first edition game. Gotcha. All right. Anyone on? Because even though we have only 2 left, we should raid someone because there is no one on because it is PAX weekend. All right. That was us. Like I said, next weekend we will be back at 12:30 Eastern. We're here every Saturday afternoon playing games. And like I said, there might be some technical difficulties next week, but we'll see. Hopefully everything will work out just right.
Probably try to iron it out during the week.
Yes. And well, I have the whole morning of that day as well. All right. So everyone say goodbye.